along with the black. Lucy Olson, the first-year Hawkeye. And now down to Addison O'Grady. Her shot misses the target, and that is a rare thing. She is number 4 in the nation, shooting 67.
Out in Gaines' position, it's a wrap.
On the deck, all the way to the rack. Nice take by Kylie Fisher, senior. 6-foot, fifth-year senior, excuse me. The Washington lineup, we mentioned Ladine and Sellers. Hannah Steins, also a guard, good size at 5'11", and the front court, Delia Daniels and Tyra Eke. Down low, Eke has it. Can't hit, but collects her own miss. Ladine, corner pocket 3, it's good. One of the best three-point shooters in the Big Ten. Puts the Huskies on the board.
With the way Washington played.
Ladine got Olson on her hip and kisses it off the window.
Yeah, it's a great job getting her on her hip, and Olson has to beat her to the spot first, not ride her.
Down low, O'Grady. Little jump hook goes in.
Tell you what, that's going to be easy money all day for Iowa. Looking for O'Grady there in the paint.
O'Grady's 6'4" and knows how to finish. Her first 12 points per game.
And that's a great decision by Ladine. You've got that mismatch there. O'Grady, not the quickest player defensively, so Ladine, that's just an easy rip and drive to the rim.
Huskies, 4 of their last 4 field goals made. O'Grady again down low, powers it in.
So there has to be an adjustment with how they're guarding O'Grady in the paint, because when you're getting caught behind, she's gaining position, scoring every time, and that guard on the player throwing it in on the wing has to apply more pressure. Eyes and the strength to do so.
6'4" senior out of Aurora, Colorado, is off to a hot start here already. 6 points, 3 for 4 from the field. Husky team 10-2 on their home floor. Sellers triggers it. Shot clock winding down, misses the mark. Will go against Delia Daniels. We'll take that back. Tegan Brown is who was whistled, the Husky junior guard. Lucy Olson gets the first step to the baseline, but then drags the pivot. Trying to plead her case with the officials.
And I think Abide and the freshman.
Game that Husky fans won't forget, and I'm sure, as you just attested, Maryland fans won't forget that one either, as Kelsey Plum and crew went into Maryland and knocked off the number 2 seed and advanced to the Final Four that season. And here we are in the year 2025. This Iowa Hawkeyes team has been in the national championship the last 2 seasons. And Lucy Olson drills the mid-range jumper. The Iowa Hawkeyes an 11-1 run. Washington Huskies have missed 6 tries in a row. As Lucy Olson too physical with Sellers. She goes to the deck and has 2 personals. So Aaliyah Guyton heads back to the bench. Sellers into the lane. Good job of Iowa has come out hot here in Seattle. 22 points on the board already.
I love seeing Lucy Olson just shooting it confidently, coming out hot early. That's exactly what the Hawkeyes want to see from her.
Briggs, the lefty, snuggles it home. So back-to-back possessions with scores for Washington. But they have yet to find a way to slow down Iowa. Finally, the turnover forced. Sellers. Oh, looking for Eke. Iowa has come out hot here in Seattle. 22 points on the board already.
I love seeing Lucy Olson just shooting it confidently, coming out hot early. That's exactly what the Hawkeyes want to see from her.
Briggs, the lefty, snuggles it home. So back-to-back possessions with scores for Washington. But they have yet to find a way to slow down Iowa. Finally, the turnover forced. Sellers. Oh, looking for Eke.
When you have fatigue, when you're facing adversity, You have to keep your hustle. You can't fold on the defensive end. And this is a Washington team that we know can score the ball offensively, especially from three. So I think if they can keep them from being hot from the three-point line, they'll be good for this game.
Daniels' foot might have been on the line. Doesn't matter. Her jumper is short. Hayden in the lane tries to shoot over the outstretched hands of Eke, and it's no good. In the Washington Huskies, 10 in the net rankings, an unbelievable amount of depth. There were 7 teams that made the NCAA tournament last year from the Big Ten, and they added 4 teams from the West Coast. Iowa is number 37 in the net, Washington 46. It's a crucial game for both teams as they try to build their NCAA resume. Again, McCabe, 9% to start this game.
And it started with their prowess on the inside. Once they got into the interior, it opened up the floor, and they're able to connect from outside.
Ava Hayden, the true freshman, one of the top-ranked post in last year's class. And held on to it too long, a 5-second violation, a rare miscue for the Iowa offense. They have outscored Washington 12-3 here in the second quarter. And the Huskies coming away with the steal. Iowa trying to get it to O'Grady down low.
And it was there, but if O'Grady's hands are not up, you can't throw it in.
Daniels trying to get position against the 5'11", a falter, but she now heads out to the three-point line. Vernon McDonald, the Yale transfer, number 20 for the Huskies, onto the floor. Playing with a tremendous amount of energy, and that's what happens when you make shots. All of a sudden, you start playing harder on the defensive end as well. Briggs off target. Feuerbach will take up the rebound into the front court. O'Grady, easy as you please. Nothing has been able to slow down Addie O'Grady.
And at that time, she didn't even have a body on her. It's just that easy.
Her stat sheet.
Absolutely, we talked about it, how their record does not reflect the talent that they boast on this roster.
Hayden fouled in the act. And she will head to the free throw line. Ava Hayden, 6'4" freshman. She's from the Pacific Northwest. That's that Jan Jensen has put together in her first year as the head coach at Iowa. 25th year on the bench for the Hawkeyes. Offensive display in the first half for the visiting Hawkeyes. Iowa hungry and frankly desperate for a win after coming up short over this 5-game skid. They are taking out their frustration on the Washington Huskies. Steins played for the Phoenix Mercury in the WNBA. So Guyton coming from a big basketball pedigree. Steins short on the jumper. Strimlo has it, will push. McCabe, feet set. No good, but right there in the right spot, Mullaney to put it home. Another one of those freshmen with productive minutes for Coach Jensen. Daniels, quick trigger. Kind of slipped out of her hand. That one off the front rim. McCabe. O'Grady going at Daniels and draws contact, and the 4th personal against Delia Daniels.
Her strength and just her prowess.
The head coach at Rice, and of course she coached you when she was at Maryland, but you guys shared a big hug. Players love playing for Tina Langley.
I mean, Coach Langley was our associate head coach. He was also our post coach at Maryland, so I had such a great relationship with her. And being a player coming out of high school from injury, she was a huge piece in me coming back, training, rehabbing. She was there for all of my. And I just know she's going to continue to do huge things for this program.
She has built the program. But now Sellers on the precipice of fouling out of this contest. And Sellers is an aggressive guard. She's very good defensively, quick hands, but when the Huskies have struggled this season, Sellers has gotten into foul trouble. Feuerbach, straight line drive right to the bucket. Feuerbach up to a dozen points. She's had a good game. 6 of 8 from the floor. Jensen said she caught some fish down at Pike Place Market. They toured around, but she said, we want to balance it because this is a big game. They knew that their backs were against the wall. They had to start playing at the level that they were capable of for 4 quarters. And the Elite Eights, 5 Big Ten tournament championships, and he has coached 2 National Players of the Year, Caitlin Clark, and as you mentioned, Megan Gustafson.
Offensive duty back to Iowa.
Falter in the backcourt, losing her feet. Looks like she's okay. Guyton has this Iowa Player of the Year last year at the high school level. A long line of great state of Iowa players that have joined the Hawkeyes. Huskies with the takeaway. Sellers hitting the bucket. That's her first made 3 of the game, and she's got 7. And Iowa looking for their first quad 1 win to pad their resume. And Washington trying to finish this game strong. They're on an 11-0 run over the last 2.5 minutes.
March is going to be a great month, a fun month, an exciting month for the Big Ten, without a doubt.
A big NCAA tournament. They're NCAA tournament games. Ledeen turning the corner, kissing it off the glass. And the Huskies have made 6 of their last 7 shots. And some game opportunities. And for Washington, they're just trying to finish strong. They started so slow, just could not get going. They're trying to find any light in this game to carry over to that home contest against Indiana. And another foul against Washington.
Foul number 3,
You look at this box score,
2 shots
and
for number 23,
it is,
Jada Jimpy.
there's just no way to characterize it other than dominant.